So today when I woke up, I realized I had an update for Conan, and I was hoping it was what I think it was going to be. It is PC patch 3.0.3. The type of update is just a typical small update with the typical patch notes for it, addressing the bugs and exploits and what they fixed and whatnot. Of course, the biggest one, exploit fixes, addressed a number of exploits in regards to the crafting system. Well, the Dupe exploit glitch is now gone. We don't have to worry about that. Of course, when Funcom releases an update, there's always a persistent thought in the back of my head. What did you guys break now? Hopefully nothing. I have noticed even my clan mates using double jump has been even more buggy than it was before. Getting stuck in the lack of ability to climb up a wall, press jump, double jump, and you have to reset it by walking off a surface, where you fall or something in order to reset it. It kind of sucks if you really like double jump. It seems to be happening a lot more now. Hopefully they address that, and then maybe it's just a bit of lag. I don't know. Building and placeable fixes, not really much here for me that I really care to read about or discuss with you guys. If you want to read it, it's there on the screen if you haven't read the patch notes and you're interested. But the combat fixes are the other thing I am interested in. Explosive jars should now deal more consistent damage when placed on uneven surfaces. Shag-Eye creatures and ranged attacks are now functional on dedicated servers. I didn't even know that was an issue. Minimum stamina consumed or minimum damage taken value is now 1 to prevent some unintended situations with certain character builds. So, if you were seeing people upload the build where they could roll forever with basically unlimited stamina because it was glitched out, that has been patched as well, so that build is not viable. Of course, now we get to sorcery and spell fixes, and the only one I'm interested in is lightning. Lightning Storm was unintendedly causing high amounts of damage to building structures. This has been addressed. Lightning Storm will no longer damage the caster or the caster's clanmates. Lightning Storm will now strike up to 4 targets each striking cycle with a small delay between each target. Due to the increased frequency of strikes, the base damage dealt by Lightning Storm has been reduced. And then we got some general bug fixes, and now we're going to jump into actual gameplay of the Lightning Storm being tested. I have sped this up for you drastically, so it's just not as long and annoying, but out of all the tests that I did with Lightning, I will end up showing the damage with the repair hammer at the end of it. It still is quite effective at damaging pets and thralls and players and whatnot, but it's just kind of one of those things now that's just kind of gimmicky. I think there was a place for Lightning, but I think they needed to properly work on it a bit more. Maybe before bringing it to the public, maybe spend a little more time in test live, because now it's literally gone from something that would completely demolish bases to something that is almost utterly useless. I don't see a point in it unless you're just trying to grief someone's thralls. But mind you, the thralls that are even taking damage here are not geared or leveled. So take that with a grain of salt. Of course, it killed one of the hyenas, but they're hyenas. So can you expect anything else, to be honest? And the last thing I wanted to discuss are bombs. So if you read the update, so basically if you were to actually be able to place a bomb on the structure, if you were to place it, on uneven ground where it's kind of next to a structure, I'm sure many of you have experienced this recently with 3.0, it just seemed like the bombs weren't doing as much damage. So the amount of damage a bomb would do as if it's directly on top of the structure now equals the same damage it will do here. So it should do 92,898 and it should do it here now as well. So we'll test that real quick just to see. Sorry I can't speed this up. I'll speed it up in post right now so you don't have to sit here and wait for the burn. Okay, like I said, 92,898 HP out of 100,000. And that's just from placing the bomb outside. If we look at the door is at 43,994. The door frame is at 63,994 out of 70,000. So they've basically just made bomb damage match what it should have matched to begin with. Personally, with 3.0, I don't think they should have touched bomb damage to begin with. Well, if you were to just take a foundation now, it is literally going to take you 15 bombs, 15 explosive jars, if that's all you want to use to blow up a single foundation. I'll speed this up for you guys in post. $92,898 damage, and that's if you're lucky, because Conan is Conan at the end of the day. Sometimes it might be a little higher, sometimes it might be a little lower. You never know, depending on the server lag and, well, Conan being Conan. But if you were to do the math, you would find out that you did 7,102 damage with one bomb. So with 14 bombs, that comes out to around 99,428 damage. So you see how much damage. It's literally just a little bit of freaking damage at that point. I guess at the end of the day, this is Funcom encouraging us to use grease orbs, because if you throw a grease orb and then you are to place a bomb and then use a demon fire. Oh my gosh, these steps. I just missed the days when I could pull out my bow. But as you can see, we're already doing more damage. And of course, when you do use these orbs now, you can still get that nice classic explosion from, you know, your poison arrow that you're used to. We're just going to let this burn down for a little bit, and then we're going to hit it with the poison arrow just as it's about to go away. And as you can see, the damage we have done here is 87,121 HP out of 100,000. That's a big difference compared to the 92,000, isn't it? But that's the thing here. You know, we had no problem having, you know, some arrows on us to shoot things. That we liked that. And I think bombs were perfect where they were. I don't understand why they had to mess with bombs. They did not make them stronger. They technically made them weaker. And now you gotta get grease orbs, and that's if you want to actually get the most bang for your buck, you know, out of your explosive jar. So at the end of the day, I don't think they needed to even touch them in 3.0. I think bombs were fine the way they were. I wish they kind of just wouldn't have touched them. I know maybe they thought they were trying to make them better, but now they're just obnoxious. You know, you set one, you can't get rid of the fire, which is kind of cool because it does affect the raiders too. And sometimes you can't even place bombs in the fire because it won't detonate. See? It's literally in fire. But maybe if I place it here, somewhere, you know, like there's fire all around it, but it's not blowing up. It's very picky. I don't know what they did. I don't know why they messed with bombs. I originally wanted to make a video on this when 3.0 came out, but I honestly thought we would get a patch that would address these issues with explosive jars, but I guess not. And I guess if you want to get the most out of it, you're going to need some demon fire, some grease orbs, poison arrows, and then you'll get the most out of your explosive jars. But at the end of the day, if you're on official, I mean, you can crank out dragon powder like there's no tomorrow. So I guess maybe that's their trade-off there. They're like, hey, it's easy to get it. Who cares if you have to spend more? And, you know, in their defense, they are right. With this patch, I'm very happy that they finally addressed the dupe exploit. I'm happy that they have nerfed lightning. I'm sad it took this long, but I'm happy. I have honestly got no real complaints except for I don't know why they changed bombs in the first place. Maybe they had the best of intentions. Maybe they wanted to bring life to orbs again. Not sure, but it is what it is. Feel free to share your comments below and let me know what you think. And remember to subscribe if you like Conan content.